On the top of a heat, there's one thing that is going to happen. Actually, on the top of a heat, I should close the window because the temperature is starting to drop and the heat doesn't work. So I just happen to have another dual 15 here, which is going to be perfect. That's only a 1500 watt load. It doesn't need a long leash, right? So I'm going to slap that in now, which is going to involve doing this and moving all my breakers up a notch, which changes my wiring geometry, right? Of course, does it ever? Let's see if I can make this pretty again. It wants to be pretty. All right. Right, so all the breakers are up 2 notches. So, I gotta decide where and when. Because basically this receptacle here is, it's a T-slot, it's a 20 amp. It's gonna get its own breaker now, which I guess works if I get myself some nice tool that requires 240 volts, 20 amps, like a nicer air compressor, even though it's unlikely because power tools are very much going lithium ion and brushless now. I don't see why I would need a bigger air compressor. I'll have some place to plug it in anyway. I'll have that 20 amp service I need. Chances are I'm gonna move that over here. I need to put the 20 amp breaker here. Now, the easiest way to do this, I can pluck on this right now, right onto there, and my heat's going. I just have to turn it on and off at the breaker. But I don't wanna do it like that. I wanna have my nice switch. In retrospect, it would have been nice if this was all like moved that way. There's no way this wood's moving now. That would be too much work. The switch, I maybe could cram it down and around here somewhere, but that would look like arse. The most likely thing to have happen, as much as I hate to report this, is to have the conduit, zip, zip, zip up into the box. And then I can continue using this as my heater switch in its position. Man, I really wish I could just run that wire through the way he doesn't want me to run it through. That'd be so much, because it was really streamlined. Look how nice this is coming out here. It's just about dinner time now, so I'm going to put a pause on all this activity here. I'm gonna go and have myself food in face, and I'm gonna debate how I want to do this. Yes, yes. So I've actually kind of hooked the heat back up here for a little bit. It's later in the day at this point, and there is a chill. And I'm hoping to get it out here before I actually disconnect this thing. Now this is not in my way for the next thing I'm about to do, because one thing's for sure, I gotta dismantle on this. I gotta get that off of there, because that's obviously not gonna fly as it is right now. Ugh, all these little sketchy bits of wire everywhere. Projects that get messy, I'm gonna have to clean again soon. This guy's obviously disconnected, so. I honestly wish this was a nicer color. The supply place didn't have Bakelite brown, which is my favorite, and they were out of white. Even though I'm probably gonna need that connector. Yeah, let's leave that connector in place actually, just for the time being. Instead, let's loosen it off. Aww, that was a nice piece of scrap conduit. Now, that's not gonna work down here, is it? No. What if I give it a bend and go on the side here? I kind of want to keep the outputs to arrangement like this, like up above the service area. What are the chances I can 90 something like that? Oh, I'm not gonna have 5 inches here. That's not gonna be possible. If I did do 5-inch 90, it would hang like right off the edge. Now, mind you, I do have more applications. Not knowing exactly what I would need to resolve this situation, I picked up these guys. So I got that to work with and this to work with. We have a conduit hard 90 and another form of conduit hard 90. Well, maybe something like that, hanging off that edge. Yeah, you know what? Why not? I kind of think I'd like it down more, but that would just mean a longer piece of one of these. Wonder what degree this is. What do we have in scrap pile, sir? Here's the shortest piece of scrap conduit I got. Or is it? Yeah, definitely. Well, there was another little snoot around here, but it's even snootier. So never mind. There's also the chase nipple option. No, I don't want to do that here. I'm gonna hang it nicely down around here. It should come off one of these. Maybe this toppermost, because it's gonna have a little bit more clearance right here. We'll put it right here. Hey, how is this being difficult? Hey, I said, why is this being difficult? Okay, so we want it right about there. Yeah, it could come straight down. So we don't even really need to bend this thing at all. We'll just locate roughly about where we want it to go and then mark the pipe. Which reminds me, I haven't put this on yet. I wonder if it's as tight as the other one. No, that's going right in. Oh, it's gonna, It terminates the wrong way around. I wouldn't be able to set the screw. Well, we do have clock washers we can use for spacers. Oh, look at that. It's almost perfect. Oh yeah, that'll be fine just like that. All right, so get your marker, bud. Right around here. How's that song go again? Heat works nice. It's warmed up, definitely. So, in theory, should just be able to slip that on there. Like that. Oh boy. It's going off places here. It's traveling. Now, why is it moving? Is it at an exaggerated angle? Does it need to go in a bit? Oh no, that looks straight. That looks quite straight. It looks like we might have to bend an offset after all. Huh. How much? Only about a ½ inch. More than a box offset. It needs to go 3/4 of an inch. If we do 10 degrees, the multiplier is 6. That's 0.75 times 6 equals 4½ inches, which we should have room to do. So pretty much at any point on this tube, we're just gonna arbitrarily put a mark, and at 4½ inches, put another mark. Wrap the mark around so we can see it. Now let's see if we can do a clean bendy wendy here, bud. Well, F-arfing it up. It's even possible with this short of a piece. Like a 10 degree is but a quick whomp, like that. Yeah, pretty much. And then once again, whomp. Oh, so we gotta correct it. Sometimes when you're bending, it bends back the thing you just bent. So kind of sight down it to see that it's straight. It looks like it's still close, very close. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try it out. So now, yeah, pretty much just like that. Tighten her down. A little bit off, but it'll be fine. I just want to drive her home. Let's make her sit nice. Yeah. You know, I'm reminded I have to put these mounts back into place. Oh, look at that. It's gonna fit there. How about here, here? Why do I have 2 mount holes here? Which one is mine? That one, because I wouldn't have missed the seam. So that's gonna be fine then. Heck, I think these wires might even, no. It looks like I'll need new wire. Oh well, just short. Just a hair high, her short. Now mind you, I'll end up repurposing these ones because I'm gonna have to come up from the heater. Well, no, that's gonna be long enough for whatever rigmarole I'm gonna do. Okay, I think I have it. I think I have an idea. The implementation is going to be wild, but I think I have an idea. And I need 72 inches of tube, at least. And this is just a touch under 72 inches of tube. So we're gonna go down like 1 inch exactly. And then from there, we want 3 inches. Bam, circle that around before I forget. Okay, I wanna dial in just a little offset with barely enough to grip the tube. Another 10 degree, reverse that around. Okay, another 10 degree. Okay, that looks good. Oh, I'm getting better at this, man. The brainstorm. Then, right from about here, 11 inches. We want a 90 to terminate at 11 inches. Is that gonna work? Is a 90 gonna clear that? I don't know if a 90 will clear this. It might. I wanna give it an 11 1/8, or 11 1/4, sorry. And that means come back 5 inches to start our turn. All right, so it's gotta go like this. Here goes nothing, bud. A highly experimental bend. We're getting tricky here. Yeah, that's gonna clear for shizzle, bud, for shizzle. Now our next turn, we want it to go down right around here. So that's like 1.5 feet over. I need a guideline. Where's the screw that goes in here? Oh, it's right there. I keep putting everything everywhere and losing track where everything got put where. Isn't that sweet? All right, I'll get another everything everywhere. So we're gonna wanna brace it right around here. So that's 13 3/4. So coming down from that stub, we should map it out on the floor here. Might be a little bit easier. Now the marker disappeared. What's going on here? No, it's right there. Okay. Give me the guide's pipe. There's guide's pipe. 13 3/4. It's gonna be right here. 13 3/4 is where we need it to terminate. So that's literally like that. But how are we gonna bend that like that? We need to do the good old fashioned 5-inch stub. So 13 3/4, come back 5 inches, right? Okay, no matter what we're doing, we're fighting the fact that this guy has to start here, has to be straight like this. Pretty much gotta do it like this, eh? Oh, it's working. How's that look? Oh, just a little bit of a snoot down. Okay, still no way to see if it's starting to fit. You have to keep this party going. At this point, I should take the old one out, which means, you know, I should turn off the heat, disconnect the heat. I should pull the wires, remove the conduits. Okay, guide line in. Except we're forgetting our measurements now. The idea is this guy is gonna run right across the end here, and then right about here, if that is straight, 3 feet. Pretty much exactly 3 feet we need our next bend. So drop this back down on the ground. 3 feet from here, right? We need an offset, or do we? Not if I pop a piece of ply in there. Sure, we have another snub of ply. I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah, those both stick out 3/4 like. So that will go nicely over there. And then how far does that stick out? 1 inch. YOLO. We already have our 3 foot mark. And then we need the bend to go that way. So 5-inch stub that, or we could start it there. That way we know for sure. All right, hold it. Make sure everything's straight. Everything looks straight. Start the bend. All right, all bent in one go. Therefore, if I did all this measuring correctly, that's correct. This is short. Oh, you beast. Oh boy. Friggin' stubs, eh? This I can work with. I wanted this over a little bit more. That's about right. I got that one. How did this come up so short? Well, I got lucky. I'm pretty much able to bang it back out flat again. Did I measure wrong? Wait, that's way more than 3 feet. How did I come up with 3? No, it says 3 feet right there. So if I wanted to bend back in 3 feet over here, where is the problem? Okay, the back of 90. How do you determine which is front, which one's back? Apparently I need to go this way. Apparently there's a difference which way you start it from. Fortunately I was able to double bend it. All right, so most of this we can work with. We just might need a slight offset. It's still coming up high, but that will go right in there. I think anything more than that, I'm asking for trouble. Even though I'd like to be able to directly clamp this down, I'm gonna have to shim it. All right, let's get it into place and see what happens. So that's gonna pop up there. Clamp that down. And then this one here, make sure it's all the way in there. Yeah. All right, so now hangers. Gotta put one right here, right? Right. But hey, the more the merrier, right? Because like we're in a position where we don't know where else we're gonna be able to hang it. That looks kind of unsymmetrical though. I'll put it here. It'll look nice there. Now this guy is still a little bit, we don't like how flippy floppity that is, right? So we need, I'm pretty sure around here somewhere I got a scrap of plywood. I cut some pieces to make shims for behind the radiator. And I remember there was one little scrap left. Aha! I found it. Look at that. It was hiding in the other shed. So now I believe if I just kind of wedge that behind there, yeah, maybe around there, yeah, we get one of the heavy duty long screws, sir. One of the heavy duty long screws. Now the problem is these screws have to go clear through the plywood. Clear through the plywood. Like that. All right, now let's get a hanger. It maybe did not have to go so central through the plywood. Snap that onto the conduit. Now, are we gonna grab that seam? Yeah, looks like it. Nope, we just missed the seam. Over, right there. And there we go. Conduit is secure. Now we can put wire back in the hole and problem she is solved. That is wrong hole. It no longer comes from this side, sir. We need take wire from this side now, sir. Okay then. Okay. That is what we will do then. We will disconnect ground wire from this ground bus. Now we will fish it down this hole here. And like hopefully the same amount of wire is going to do the job. We'll know if it jams up on us and fails to complete its journey any moment now. Oh, don't tell me we need more length. No, it just popped out. Back down on our hands and knees, we will rewrap the ground wire around its regularly scheduled lug. Up in the box itself, we have a neutral bus bar here that is, via this screw, terminated to ground, or connected to ground, I should say. Which means if we pinch that down, assuming that, yeah, we shouldn't use that one, we should use the other one. There is a ground lug here, but I don't know, I like the idea of this one better. It's grounded, like, no reason why you can't. And this one's gonna be harder to, I don't know, I guess I could get at it. All right, now these long Johnson wires. Need to get them back up the tube. We'll start refeeding them in back here. Eventually it will pop out of the top, sir. Like that. Give us some slack. Oh, well, we have too much now. So we're gonna pull it till it's where we want it downstairs. We'll get this all hooked back up the way it's supposed to be. All right, those are spliced on. Now, unfortunately, we gotta waste a bit because we don't want this much long of wires. But you know what? This might get us the rest of the way to the panel. Call in the strippers. Seat these wires. Hey, 1 lug, 2 lug. All right, almost there. Now wires to here. We're gonna shuffle these breakers around. This 20 is not gonna be able to operate it. It's gonna be this dual 15. Throw that dual 15 in there. Yep. Now these little tiny short guys should be more than enough. More than enough. Almost too long. Do we have short guys? Yeah, I think these were the ones originally making the connection here. Okay, let's get to these into place. All right, this box is all hooked up now. Just straighten this out, make it look nice. Oh, she's getting stretched up, bud. So now, onto the breaker we go. Come on now, stiff ass wires. Onto the other one. All right. So now, power to the heater, and we have our cutoff switch. I wanted our nice red switch for the heater, and now we have it. Strategy, yay! I could probably put this back into place now. I hear the heater clicking. All right, now our welding plug's reconnected. So my heat's back. The only thing really left to do is get this guy going. If it wasn't for the fact that I don't know that I have handy pieces long enough. Thought I did. No, I absolutely do not. Okay, so well, it's the home stretch, so why the hell not? Went back inside real quick, hammer fisted out 12 gauge reservoir. We're gonna get this nipped in the bud in moments. All right, so about there, about there, about there, about this much. Or at least it better be, or else I just wasted this. And again, insulation. Insulation go bye-bye in this install. We do not want insulation for this installation. Dropping a sharp knife. Ooh. Ow, that hit me in the titty. That didn't hit me in the titty. Color coder, color coder. Paint the wire red. All right, let's get this fished. Oh yeah, those weird hard 90s again. Let's try it from the other direction. Oh, this is gonna be great, bud. Got it through the first obstacle. Oh, wait. Got it through the second now. Okay, we made it a little bit long. That'll be okay. Can we touch the other wire without getting wet? Oh yeah, this stuff dries fast. That's pretty good. Or maybe not. Come on. Such a short run, creating such difficulty. Oh, there's the hang up. Yeah, she's like right there, bud. Come on. Oh, bud. Come on, bud. Can we find it? Can we grab onto it? It's right there. I see it. Oh boy. Ah. You get it? Bam. There it is. All right. Now we have our two little wire friends hanging out the bottom. Two little wire friends hanging out the bottom, yes. Two little wire friends hanging out the bottom, yes. All right, bud, let's get twisted. Or no, wrapped. Let's wrap. All right, now let's see if we can't force this little Farfig Newton into place. Let's get a fold going. I said let's get a fold going. Yeah. All right, where's the plate? We need to plate it, sir. We cannot serve it until we've plated it. All right. So now up in here, up in this territory, once again, we give a little strip. 20 amp breaker that was servicing us before. Put this one in, put this one in. All right, and now the utility heater plug is installed and the utility 250, whatever the heck I want that to be. 240 volts, 20 amps. All right, now one last thing I'm gonna do before we clear things up for today. So we've made some more holes in our panel, which means we gotta, well, no, I said that completely wrong. We have some more positions used in our panel, which means we need more holes. All right. There is like a distortion in this panel where these quarter screws will refuse to line up unless forced. One of these days I should try filing on one of these holes, get everything nice and copacetic. There we go. Now I don't have to go in here. Just heat off, heat on. And you can give it a nice healthy like, oh, that one didn't work that time. Just let's settle down. Let's settle down, sir. So yeah, I think that's it for tonight. I'm gonna vacuum up a bit. I don't even know if I should be doing an outro because I don't know what order or how this is gonna be edited in, but I digress.